Hey, folks, it is now my distinct pleasure to welcome to the set the newest member of our team. As a matter of fact, you might say she's making her initial appearance, and you'll much prefer calling her JB as opposed to me. That would be Jenn Brown. Jenn.
Hi, thanks for having me, guys. It's good to be here. I like that we get this in right away.
Yeah. The hurricane gets in the way a little bit, but you don't realize how good an athlete this one is now. We don't let people that aren't athletes on the set. 14 letters in high school, captain of the softball team at the University of Florida, used to wear out the University of Miami all the time. All the time. And it's good to have you.
It's good to be here. I appreciate you guys. I'm really looking forward to doing this season. I'm going to be doing some lighthearted pieces, a little behind the scenes of the NFL. So you guys get to do the serious stuff in here, and I'll be having fun with the guys behind the scenes.
Hey, but there is some connection to Warren Sapp, is there not?
That is, I have a little Miami love for you because my boyfriend was a kicker at Miami when he won 2 national championships with
Boyfriend?
Yeah, boyfriend.
That's the last thing we want to hear you talk about on this show.
Don't ask him if he remembers, but anyway, go ahead.
To many, the thought of NFL football in Los Angeles is a fantasy, and as I discovered, in reality, that might be right. It's 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and everywhere else in the country at a stadium like this, it'd be packed with thousands of screaming fans cheering on their home team. It's been over a decade since Los Angeles has had a professional football team, but that doesn't stop the second largest city in the country from getting in on the action.
I have no idea why the team hasn't been able to sustain here in LA, but I feel like they could if given another shot.
It'd be good to have the option of being able to go see a game, but you really don't have that. Fantasy football is a lot of fun, though.
I've been playing fantasy football for about 5 years, do the whole 9 yards, so it really makes you knowledgeable about the whole game.
It's a big deal to me. It helps me keep in touch with the guys back home in Missouri, where I'm from.
It's so much fun. I mean, I don't know why more women don't get involved in it. I think it's a great thing for the sport.
Let's just say draft like a fantasy chick league.
Ooh.
Who would be your #1 pick?
How much time?
But the very first person I picked was Jennifer Aniston.
And you're my #1 fantasy pick for a fantasy chick league.
That made me like, what position would I be playing then?
Tight end.
It's been nearly 25 years since the Los Angeles Raiders won Super Bowl 18, but the City boast a much more recent world champion. I'm sitting next to Todd Ullman, who has a world championship trophy. It just so happens it's in fantasy football. Is that right, Todd?
Yep.
Tell me about that.
World Championship of Fantasy Football. It is the premier high-stakes fantasy football league, and it was our share involved in the event, and we just had a magical season. We won the whole thing.
Currently, like right now, how many fantasy football leagues are you in?
That's a little embarrassing. No, just kidding. I'm in 34 fantasy football leagues right now.
34?
Yeah.
Now, by winning it, what do you win? Like, what do you get?
Well, we got a crystal trophy. We got $200,000. $200,000.
$200,000?
Wow! And we got the prestige of being world champs.
I think you just became every guy's hero right now at home. Vital statistics come in many forms in LA, and these ladies are more interested in TDs. There's fantasy football in LA, and then there's fantasy football. I'm here at the official launch party for the Lingerie Bowl, only in LA. What position do you play?
I'm an offensive lineman, running back, and in pass.
Can I see what your touchdown dance would be? Go ahead, let's see it.
Thinking about like I got struck by lightning and just.
Saturday night might be all fun and games, but when Sunday rolls around, it's strictly business for this fantasy league. Just so happens they're all girls.
Oh, far with a bomb!
Fantasy football is definitely not a guy thing. Women are just as competitive, if not more competitive than men.
I don't think the list I have is current.
Oh, bitch, though. She got the Colts defense.
Now, what's the response that you get from guys that find out that you're in a fantasy football team? And I mean, does you just absolutely love it?
Yeah, he does. It's like he's keeping up with my guys too, so he's, telling me different stats too, so it's good for him.
There's Brady.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, poor thing. Tom Brady might be out. He got taken off the game. It looks like he might have an ACL.
So that means work is done.
I have McNabb though. No, I have McNabb.
This year, everybody's learning. They're figuring out how to make the right picks, how to trade. I think next year is going to be very competitive.
Fantasy football leagues have sprouted up in almost every LA sports bar, office building, mansion, and until they unlock these gates once again, pretend football is going to have to fill the void here in make-believe land.